All right. Back again here in your favorite place, Cliff Tone's Corner. I'm your host, your main man here. I'm Cliff Tone, and we are back yet again to talk about all things Survivor 40, Winners at War. After the premiere episode, I was supposed to come right back and do some podcasting, but I failed to realize that it was a 2-hour premiere, which I should have known. I don't know why that didn't go through my head, but after I got to the end of the first episode of Notes, I'm pretty intoxicated by this point, and the show is still going, and I'm like, whoa. I was not ready whatsoever. So yeah, we're gonna talk about our premiere episodes, episode 1 and episode 2 of season 40. But being that it is a lot to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and take this break for a message from our sponsor. And we are back, and now we can go through this without any interruptions. I can go super crazy because I am honestly like a kid on Christmas morning. I know all these people's names. I've seen them play. I've seen them do amazing things, and I can only look forward to the things that they're going to do this season. Of course, the season starts with a flashback to 20 years ago to the first marooning, and then it leads us through a couple more all the way up to now. Our 20 greats are on these boats, and they're coming on in to meet Jeff. And I'm pretty sure others realize this, but there was a little tease of the theme music, and I definitely thought it was coming. I was like, oh, but they said we weren't getting this anymore. And sure enough, it was just that. It was just a tease. Kind of did piss me off. I was excited to see this little intro, and we're not going to get it. And I'm distraught about that. You bastards. One thing I noticed off the bat, Amber looks exactly the frickin' same as she did 20 years ago. She first played 20 years ago. Australian Outback, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we get into the episode, and of course it's 39 days, 20 people, 1 survivor. Welcome back, people. We are back. And immediately something that is told to us is from Sandra's point of view. Sandra had no idea that Rob was coming to do Winners at War right after leaving Island of the Idols. Apparently, according to Sandra, there was a 2-week break in between day 36 on IOI and coming back here to Winners at War. So she's pretty pissed that Rob swore up and down on the island that he was not coming back. Him and Amber were not playing again. No. I'm assuming that at this point they knew season 40 was going to be all winners. So that's kind of why it's coming up of, we're not playing. So, I can kind of understand. I see my baby Wendell. There's crazy Tony. It's his 3rd time. It's really Tony's 3rd time playing. Wow. You would think Tony played more than that, especially with the way he acts. But hey, I love the guy. Can't get enough of him. We have a champagne toast, and people are dumping out their champagne, looking into the glass, looking for a clue or some kind of twist. Originally, Jeff did tell us before the season started it was supposed to be a twist, but then thinking through and thinking about it, it ended up just being something normal, something as to celebrate you guys, to thank you guys for doing this and for being here. I mean, besides the boatloads of money that we're giving you. So yeah, I did like the champagne toast. I kind of wish there was a twist to it. I don't know what they would have done with champagne in small glasses. I don't know. But and then fire tokens are brought up. We're not giving any explanation on what it is, what they do, how they use them. So again, we are still lost at this point on just what the hell these fire tokens are for. We'll find out. Edge of Extinction is revealed to the players, plus the $2 million prize. And I'm pretty sure that they were told about both of these things before they came. So I'm not sure why this was filmed to try and make it seem like, oh no, they had no idea. We're just throwing this on them. But to take this for a completely different twist, it's like, okay, you guys have all won. Some of you have played 2, 3, 4 times. You guys know the gist of this game. So let's get to it. Reward challenge. Let's go. You are playing for fire in the form of Flint. Right off the bat, right into this challenge. Oh, hold on. Let me just pull this out from under here. Boom. You're playing for immunity too. Like, damn, Jeff. We just got off the boat. Can we get some type of like chill time? But no, they're diving right into this right away. And I kind of live for that. I love it. Why not? These people know this game. They live this game several times. They've all won this game. So why go through the basic crap? Throw them right into a challenge, get them reward, get them immunity, and then send them back to camp and have them get to know each other. Have them do shelter, have them gather around the rice, whatever. But I really do like that they gave Flint to the winning team. Because that helps get a long way in the beginning of this game. Day 1 with fire, you're set up for success right there, and it's up to you to keep that success rolling. In my opinion, at least. I haven't played or anything, but I've watched enough to know. Also, a good point to know about this reward immunity challenge is the fact that Jeff lets them know the losing tribe will not only not receive fire, but they will also not get rice until after their first tribal council. The first tribal council, which is, again, weird for me, is not happening on this first night. It will happen the next night. This will give them time to strategize and to play. So, right off the bat, we get our episode started. We get our challenge underway. And then from there on through tribal council, there's nothing but strategizing. And I love it. This is a great idea. I would like to see it in future seasons. I don't know how well the castaways will do, like going immediately into a challenge and then lulling around for 2 days, being that they're brand new people. With this group of winners, this idea works perfectly, in my opinion. There's no telling how it will go with normal people until you do it with normal people. So, Jeff, if you can hear me out there, if you somehow listen to this, this is my message to you. Yule was amazing in this challenge. Now, this challenge involved a ring, and 2 players from each tribe wrestled over this ring to get it to go to in their tribe's direction so they can touch the ring and their pole at the same time to score a point for their team. Yule was amazing during this challenge. The women were amazing. I mean, the women were fucking brawling, and I loved it. I want to see many more challenges just like that with all these hard-hitting women. I mean, hey, they didn't win for no reason. I mean, hey, Sandra won twice for no reason. Parvati should have won Heroes versus Villains. I'm going to keep saying that. But yeah, these women hit hard, and I was definitely shocked to see the way they competed. The next round with the men was a huge round, and Rob managed to pull it out. The next round, final round with the women, Sarah, she dug deep, and she dug as deep as she could. And the final match was an amazing match to watch. And the call managed to pull out the immunity. I know for editing purposes that stuff has been cut out and shortened and this and the third, but I really wish that this challenge was longer. It was simply amazing. Like, man, I want more. I just want more. Again, like I said earlier, after the challenge, Jeff lets them know that Tribal is not tonight. He wants to give them the time to play this game, to socialize, to strategize. And I really feel like the day that they added onto this really screwed with the players. And it gave them so much time to flop around and be indecisive and throw out so many targets. Again, something I love. Being that this is all winners, they are going pretty freaking hard. I am loving this. It's only the first, 15, 20 minutes of the episode, and I feel like so much has happened. So many hard hits have been taken. It's like, man, we haven't even gotten into the nitty gritty of this game. It's just the first episode. It was just the first challenge, and I was already so taken aback. I'm so far in love with this season. Just the first half hour of the first episode has... I mean, season 39 comes nowhere close to this season. It can't touch it with a candle. They can't touch it with a 10-foot, 20-foot, 50-foot pole. Season 39 has been blown out of the water by 40, and I'm so grateful for that. It's not to diminish any gameplay from 39 or anything like that, or to diminish the winner. It's just that the cloud that hung over last season really dampened things, and this season has been off to such an amazing start, and I really hope that 40 goes nowhere but up from here. This is such a way to get the game going. Like I said earlier, let's get this challenge over with and let them go on and socially play and strategize and get to scheming against each other. I mean, that's what we're here for, really. We want to see these people survive on nothing in the wilderness, but we also want to see them scheme and play and con each other. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what Survivor is all about. We find out that tokens buy shit. The fire tokens, they're worth something. They play a huge part of this season, and this really changes the entire game. It adds an entire new level to the Survivor experience, because you're not only playing against each other with the regular advantages that have been sprinkled into the game throughout the years and the idols, but then you can buy idols, you can buy luxury, you can buy advantages, you can buy food with these fire tokens. So, oh, and not even that. I'm about to swallow something, so let's not. I'm going. Hopefully, I remember it later. I should. It should be in my notes. But yeah, these tokens are like, wow. And then in the middle of it all, I start to think as they go like to their respective beaches and whatnot. I'm like, what the hell happened to the shelter that Rob and Sandra built during Island of the Idols? Where's that lovely thing at? I know they didn't just tear that down. And come to find out, at one point, I don't know, it was during a podcast. It was an episode of RHAP where Rob was talking to the red carpet during the premiere, and Sandra said something along the lines of that their statues, the huge head statues of her and Rob, are still out there. Like, they're still out there on the beach. And I'm just like, and then they apparently the players can see them. And I'm like, what? Talk about huge target. I'd be like, production, take that shit down or put a blanket over it. Do something. Over with the DeCall tribe, Wendell, I don't know how the conversation even starts, but Wendell calls Sandra queen, and she's like, no, do not do that. Please, do not do that. That will put a huge target on me, and everyone will come for me. Over on Sele, when they get to building their shelter, Rob gets called out for the Island of the Idols shelter, and it's like, well, you had to know this was coming, man. So they're like, are you going to build the shelter? You're on shelter duty, right? But something I noticed, I believe Jeremy said something about it earlier. I'm not sure for sure that it was Jeremy, but Amber brings up the fact that, not Amber, oh, I'm so sorry. Pavardi brings up the fact that she's a new mom. Her baby is 10 months old, I believe. And a few people are bringing up their children and pulling the kid card. But that's the thing. In my opinion, you cannot get far in this season trying to hold up your kid as a scapegoat, because that excuse of trying to win the money no longer applies. If not over half the cast has children now. Rob and Amber have 4. You know, so that little excuse of, I'm playing for my family, for my kids, I left my little one to come out here. A lot of people left their kids to come out here this time around. So I really feel like that little way to the end will not exist anymore. Being that the Sele tribe lost the first challenge, Denise is immediately having flashbacks. Denise was on a blue tribe back in her season, and I believe she went to every single tribal council. if I'm not mistaken. If aside from one or two, I believe she went to every tribal council. Um, but she wants to start a bond with Adam, kind of like one that she had from her season. And while they're out doing this, they're discovered missing. Now it's like, why in the hell would winners of all types of Survivor players want to like go missing at the beginning of the game? It's like, what? Did you guys think this through, or no? Maybe not. More than likely not. But of course, it's something that gets brought up. It's like, oh, there's 8 of us here. There's 2 missing. They're the targets. They're who we're gonna go for. But flipping back over to Tony, he gets to talking about his idol hunting, and I can't help but smile and laugh, just because of his last appearance here on Survivor. He Tony kind of showed his ass just a little bit. I mean, come on, dude. But he's been very good this go around. I'm pretty sure he knows that everyone knows he's gonna go idol hunting, so he's trying to behave. He's on his best behavior. Amber, we go over to her, and she begins to get worried about her and Rob playing the game together. It's hard for her to be on a different tribe than Rob and be rooting against him, or like rooting for her success, but then her success means his loss. I kind of understand. It can be a weird feeling. I mean, I'm not speaking from experience or anything, but I'm pretty sure competing against your husband that you've been with since you kind of did this for your second time way back when, was it 16 years ago? I mean, come on, man. You gotta know that feelings like that will be around, and it will be tough for her to play the game like this. Mind you, Rob has played this game far many more times than Amber has, so he can go into Survivor mode. Amber this is her 3rd time playing, and she has not played in over a decade. So she can't flip in and out of Survivor mode like her husband does just so easily. Speaking of times played, Yul has only played 1 time, so he's finding out and establishing who's connected and what alliances lie where. Yul wants to work with Stephanie and build from there. He wants to pick up the players that aren't really connected with other players or other winners and don't really hang out outside the game. So many people have played an older version of Survivor, and in my opinion, Rob has played them all. He's played each and every version and from what you can, I don't really know how to put it into words. It was different in my notes. Rob has evolved with the game as the game has evolved, and he has become, in my opinion, the most well-rounded person to be on this season. He played when there were no idols, no advantages. He played during idol and advantage land, and now he's playing now in the new age of it all, and now we have these fire tokens introducing a new level to the game that he's playing in. So Rob he's someone that's gotten all the Survivor knowledge throughout this time. Everyone wants to vote Rob, truly, because Adam and Denise snuck off. They're going to become the targets, which is like, if you want Rob, go for Rob. Just get him. Just go out, get him, take him out now. Call it a day. He shouldn't have an idol. There's no way he can have an advantage. So just go for him. But Ben wants to save Adam, and Ben is getting on my daggone nerves. So we're going through all of these different targets. We're flipping, we're flopping, we're heading to tribal now. And as we get there, there's still a bit more flipping and flopping. As Jeff talks to the castaways, you can tell it's not really 100% set. Somehow Natalie comes up as a target because she's connected with Jeremy. Rob is a target because he's connected with Amber. Adam and Denise are targets because they snuck off. So you never know. As we get down to the vote, Adam gets 1 vote, Denise gets 2, and Natalie is taken out and sent to the edge with 5 votes. And I did compare that to how her sister was voted off first on the season that she won, and this is Natalie's first time ever being voted out, and she's also first out. She is sent to the edge of extinction, but before going, she bequeaths, such a weird word to me, her fire token to Jeremy, of course. And I've been kind of trying to put together a little alliances chart. At the end of this episode, we got Kim, Amber, and Tyson kind of grouped together on the call. Tony, Sandra, Sarah, Yule, Sophie, with Wendell and Nick out to the side. Yule once is working with Sophie, wants to reel in Wendell and Nick, get them in over on the Sele tribe. I just have Rob and Pavardi written down for right now. I'm still trying to figure things out. So much happened in this first episode, and I've still been trying to wrap my head around everything. But Natalie goes to the edge. She gets a little established there, and then we move back over to the daytime. We're with the call, I believe. Yes. And again, Sandra is pretty pissed off about Rob and Amber being here. Rob swarping down. They were not playing again. Yule is still around doing his thing, and again, he managed to rope in Wendell and Nick to join him and Sophie in working together. So they have a foursome. Being that the tribe is down to 9, they just, if they can pull over someone for a vote or something like that, they should be good. It all depends on how things go down. I guess how Sandra's feeling. Also, no. Because DeCall won immunity. It was Sally that's down a person. I'm so sorry. So yeah, they would have to pull over 2 people in order to get the majority. So, I don't know. But I see Michelle giving a little confessional, and I can't help but think, damn, she really won Game Changers when she was almost a pre-merge boot. They were trying to get her out. They were trying to, look, man, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm so proud. But back to the edge of extinction with Natalie, and things are so damn different this time around. They have an advantage menu, like it's advantages and food and things like that. And it's like, wow. Natalie, of course, cannot use this menu because she has no fire tokens. She gave her fire token to Jeremy when leaving the island. She finds a clue, and she must go out and find an immunity idol. She finds it, and that idol she must then sell in order to receive a fire token. She can sell it for 1 fire token. Bow. She decides to, she sells it to Sandra. And Sandra's like, come on, give it to me. I'm buying this. I need it. She is the queen of Survivor, so I guess she does need it, but she's not a target or anything right now. Later, after the episode aired, Natalie did tweet, like, people were asking her why Sandra this, that, and the third. Natalie pretty much was like, hey, I needed a fire token, so I can buy some peanut butter. I'm hungry out there. And girl, I don't blame you. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Sure. But like I said earlier, this season the Edge of Extinction really messes with the entire game. The fact that you can send idols and advantages and stuff, I mean, you can do that before. You had to compete for it. This, you're just spinning fire tokens and shipping out items, which is like, wow. But to jump into our immunity challenge, Sandra sits out for the call because we know she sucks at challenges. OG Rob really jumped out during this challenge, especially during the boat portion. After the boat, they had to like do this barrel roll thing, and it was very weird to me because I'm like, you know, normally for barrel rolls, it kind of helps to be on the ground so you can push off the ground. I don't really understand how you push off of water, but for his tribe, Rob starts throwing people. He's like, get on my shoulders, and he starts launching them over the, like, literally launching them over the barrel, and it's hilarious. As the Sele tribe is trying to get over this barrel, the call makes it onto the beach, and they're getting ready to go and throw their rings. Tony is the last one behind his tribe, and Sandra's like, come on, Tony, head in the game, eyes over here. But in the end, Sele manages to catch up, and Jeremy brings it home for them. And now let's let the scrambling begin. There's this poker alliance that's being targeted, and it's made up of Tyson, Rob, Kim, and Jeremy. Rob and Jeremy are not on the Call tribe, so Amber's taken as a scapegoat, and then we also have Kim here and Tyson. Amber was not at that poker table, but of course she's in the alliance because of Rob. So in my opinion, Kim, Amber, and Tyson are on the chopping block as we get to Tribal Council. Nick receives a vote. Kim receives 3 votes, and Amber receives 5, sending her to the edge of extinction. But before she goes, of course, she's going to bequeath her fire token to Rob. This was a little whirlwind episode for me because it was a lot because I was intoxicated. I am really looking forward to how this season plays out. It is already a million times better than last season, a million times better than the few seasons we've gotten in the past. Well, in the recent past. To go to my Survivor draft, I've been tracking the players on some things, and I added in fire tokens and all other good stuff. So I'll just start with votes casted throughout the 2 episodes. I'm going to go ahead and add them together as like a 1-week score. The people to lose the least this week are Nick and Adam. They each received 1 vote during Tribal Council and lost 15 points in the draft. Next up is Kim. She received 3 votes during Tribal and lost 45 points in the draft. Next up are Denise. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Denise is before Kim. She only got 2 votes at Tribal and lost 30. Then we have Amber and Natalie at the top of the pile. They each received 5 votes and went to the edge of extinction. And they are way down in the ranks at negative 105. They gotta do some good stuff to get them numbers back up. Jeremy and Rob both received a fire token this week, and they each received 20 points in the draft. And Sandra, even though she didn't find it, she still received an immunity idol, even though she bought it. And she also bought herself 25 points in my draft. So that's it. That is all I have for this week. I'm really looking forward to this Wednesday's episode. I am really looking forward to doing this all over again next week. I still need to do some circle podcasting. I'm not sure how that's going to go down, when that's going to go down. But for now, we are on a Survivor tip. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to Cliff Tone's Corner. I'm your host, Cliff Tone. Thank you.